Hello, hello, my friends. Kringle Candle has another reserve launch happening this week. And in today's video, I am going to give you guys some kind of, I wouldn't say first impressions, but some cold snip impressions. I have burned 3 out of the 4 of these candles at least one time now. So I can give you kind of just like some initial post-burn thoughts. You guys know that I will make every effort to give you guys dedicated, full, post-burn reviews on these candles. Usually I wait until I get about the halfway point before I do that. Obviously, I didn't really have enough time to do that prior to this launch. So if you like this video, please make sure you hit the thumbs up button. Consider subscribing if you are new, but let's go ahead and delve into the meat of this. So first things first, before we get any further into this video, I did want to acknowledge that these candles were sent to me in PR by Kringle. I did not pay for these, so I do always like to be very transparent and forthright with all of you guys when that has happened. But the launch is happening this Thursday. I almost said January. No, it is not January. Trust me, it's 107 degrees outside today. Clearly not January. June 19th at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There will be 4 candles that will be launched. I personally am dubbing this the Country Club collection because the fragrances that are going to be offered are Polo, Tea Time, Blackjack, and I think the other one was Tangelo Sour. So we've kind of got, to me personally, that kind of gives off Country Club vibes. But like I said, 4 fragrances. This is in their standard reserve line. So it's like those transparent black vessels, 22 ounces of 100% soy wax. It is their white wax. And then what else? They retail for about $34. I do have a discount code with Kringle. It's Katie15. It'll save you 15% off of your purchase. But let's go ahead and talk about each one of these fragrances individually because like I said, I've already burned 3 out of the 4 of these one time. So I do want to share with you guys some of my thoughts. So let's go ahead and start out with the candle that I have not burned yet. And it is the fragrance Tea Time. So not Tea Time like do they actually already have a candle? I think they do, called Tea Time. Is that the one that has like the scenes from London? Why am I blanking on it? Does it have Big Ben in the background? But that's TEA time. I believe that this is tea time, like TEE, like we're going golfing, tea time. Fragrance notes are listed as aromatic, earthy, grass, herbal, wood, and musk. So, okay, you guys, this candle, I think a lot of people who love a fresh cut grass candle, if you want a pure, like you just went out and mowed the lawn and you have that freshly cut grass smell going on, if you want that fragrance, here it is right here. To me, this is very much fresh cut grass. Now, I have not had Yankee Candle's fresh cut grass ever, to be honest with you guys, because truthfully, this is a fragrance that's really out of my wheelhouse. This isn't a fragrance that I would typically go for. It's funny because there's, even in here, do I think it's authentic? Yes, I think it's an authentic freshly cut grass fragrance because it balances a little bit of that, you get the green note in there, but there's, you know how like when you I keep saying the word freshly cut grass, when the lawn has freshly been mowed, there's almost like a bitterness that comes with the grass blades, like when they've been cut. And that's what I smell in here. I definitely get that like balance, but it's not a super bitter candle. It's just that it's balanced out with that green note in here. Maybe a little bit of woodiness, musk, but honestly, you guys, if you're somebody who just loves a freshly cut grass fragrance, this is going to be the one for you. Now, like I said, it's out of my wheelhouse, not really something that I would gravitate towards. So actually, I have not burned this candle yet because my plan with this one, you guys know, I've been really honest about if a fragrance just isn't really for me. I have really been trying to be intentional in finding a new home for it. So I did actually reach out to another creator who was interested in this candle. My friend Summer from Fragrance Junkie. I did reach out to her and say, hey, I think that this is a fragrance that typically you would like. And so after I film this video, I am actually going to send this candle on its way to her. She's not a Kringle ambassador, but she has purchased from Kringle quite a bit over the last year. I know that she likes our wax formula, so I figured, you know what, I'm going to help a girl out, and I'm going to go ahead and send this along to her because I feel like she would enjoy it a lot more than me. Let's go ahead and talk about the fragrance Blackjack. Now we've got, you know, some playing cards right here. Fragrance notes on this candle are bergamot. Here we go, you guys, with the bergamot, right? We know that Kringle has been loving bergamot this spring and summer. Bergamot, eucalyptus, juniper, lavender, crushed peppercorn, moss, amber, cedar, tonka bean, and musk. And in case you guys are curious, these all have a pour date of April 15th, 2025. So these were poured a little while ago, not terribly long. Okay, this fragrance to me leans a little bit, it leans masculine cologne, I would, but also kind of fresh. It's kind of in the fresh masculine cologne category to me. It's not super deep or heavy feeling. What do I smell here? I get that peppercorn note in here, and the tonka bean, it's kind of woody, cedar, for sure, amber, but it's not overly perfumey. Those top notes of bergamot, eucalyptus, juniper, and lavender, I think are kind of giving it that same, I feel like it's not the same fragrance at all. It's a very different fragrance, but like if you like the Country Candle Seaside, which I did a review on last week, again, very different fragrance because that one has some dark fruits in it, but I feel like there's just like this is hard to describe. It's like, it reminds me of a fresh masculine cologne. It's more of like a summertime cologne that a man would wear. But that peppercorn note and the tonka bean in there kind of give it, and the cedar gives it a little bit of woodsiness as well. I like this one. Now, I will say I burned this once the other night. I did burn this in my bedroom. Ironically, I think I was burning Seaside out here in the open concept. So first burn on this one, I am going to say that this fragrance, I would give it probably about like between a 6 and a 7 in terms of strength and throw. It was noticeable, not choking me out, not like overwhelming. But yeah, this one's nice. I can smell that, like it's that peppercorn base that I actually kind of like. And it's not like pepper in my face. It just is something a little bit different. Now, I am somebody who tends to like some of these fragrances that I would say that this almost in some ways, it's not the same fragrance, but if you like, what's the other fragrance that I've tried from them that I liked? I think it was called Amber Wood. It's been around for quite some time. I always say it kind of reminds me of rum and coke. I feel like this fragrance is kind of in that, it's like a cousin to Amber Wood. Also, there's some elements about this, and I looked at the fragrance notes to compare, and there's none that are the same, but something about this slightly reminds me of Bourbon Bonfire. Again, there's no rum note. There's no anything. I don't know. I think it's the cedar and the peppercorn and the tonka bean, how those are coming together. But this is just nice. To me personally, this is like an evening burn type of candle, but I will burn this one more because I do like it. This is kind of like a nice bedroom scent for me personally, but I did enjoy it the other night when I was burning it. Okay, let's get to Tangelo Sour. I think a lot of people are really intrigued by this one because truthfully, I think that a lot of these fragrances, I mean, tea time would fit with the spring and summer because it's it's like a grassy scent. But for those of you who love like citrus scents or whatnot, Tangelo Sour, I think, is the one that a lot of people are really intrigued by. We have fragrance notes of tangy Tangelo, sparkling grapefruit, crisp bergamot. There we go with that bergamot again. Jasmine blossom, green leaves, cassis, musk, cedarwood, amber, and cottonwoods. So this one, I'm going to tell you guys, I like this one. If you are somebody who likes citrus fragrances, this is kind of a watery citrus though, as the, as the label here would imply. Now, I have not had a Tangelo Sour. I'm assuming it's some type of alcoholic beverage. Nothing smells boozy to this fragrance at all. It's just a very refreshing scent. Now, my nose definitely, this is not orange. It's not orange. I like that they've listed some other citrus notes in here. Like there's Tangelo, grapefruit, and bergamot. And I would say that, yeah, that's what my nose would smell. It's not as grapefruity as, say, what was the one that they had last year? Was it like psychedelic citrus or something like that? I don't always love a ton of grapefruit. I'm really honest about that. Grapefruit is probably my least favorite citrus note in home fragrance. Every once in a while, I like it. But this is nice. Is this my very favorite citrus fragrance that I have had from Kringle? No. Does this beat fresh orange? Does it beat rosemary, rosemary lemon? Does it beat lemon splash? No. Those are all fragrances that I like a little bit more. But do I like this one? Yes. And does it pair nicely with a couple of other fragrances that I currently have in my collection? Yes. But yeah, I do like this. It's just it's almost like a not cleaner lemon, but it's like a clean lemon, not a clean citrus type of fragrance. It's not a cleaner, like you're cleaning your house type of citrus. But there's something about this that has like a watery accord to it, similar to Lemon Splash. Um, yeah, it says green leaves. You know, it's so hard sometimes when they list all of these fragrance notes. I will say that's one of the things that I like that Homeworks does on the bottom of their candles. They usually list just like 4 fragrance notes. Same with Bath and Body Works. And then if you go onto the website, you can go a deeper dive into that. And while I appreciate that Kringle gives us all of the fragrance notes, sometimes it can be confusing for me, and I don't really know what to expect from the candle because there's just so many notes listed. But this is, if you tend to like citrus, not a gourmand citrus, this is a very like watery citrus type of fragrance to my nose. I think that you will like this. Now, I did burn this one time. This one was about a 7 in terms of strength and throw for me. Wasn't a powerhouse, wasn't overly pungent citrus. Very nice fragrance. I actually did burn this the other day with the Homeworks key lime cake I had burning out here in the open concept, and then burned this as kind of like a complimentary scent. And it was a very nice combo. And then the last fragrance that I did want to talk about is Polo. We've got a picture of, it's probably like an AI picture to be honest with you, but this is quite a beautiful horse that we have shown here on the label. Fragrance notes are listed as Mandarin, Cypress, mint leaf, dewy greens, solar accord, lavender, cedarwood, glowing amber, patchouli, and sheer leather. Now this fragrance, this one is also masculine cologne-like. However, this is a very different fragrance from Blackjack. Blackjack to me is a little bit lighter, maybe slightly sweeter. This is more of, I instantly thought of like people who like the like mahogany type of fragrances at Bath and Body Works. While this doesn't remind me of like any of like the mahogany notes, this is a deeper masculine cologne type of fragrance. I think I saw somebody else who has gotten this. They have compared this to the Polo, like the Ralph Lauren Polo cologne, and said that there's elements of that. I've never smelled that. In fact, I'm running into Ulta today, so maybe if I see that, I can pick it up and sniff it and see if it smells similar. I'll keep you guys updated to let you know. In fact, I'll put in the description box down below. If I remember today, I will go and sniff Polo and let you know if it smells like that cologne. But this is a very masculine cologne type of fragrance. I like this one a lot. Now, one of the things I will tell you, I think what separates this or makes this an entirely different fragrance than Blackjack, again, is like I said, this is a deeper fragrance. It's kind of woody, but there's top notes that are listed there of like Mandarin, Cypress, mint leaf. It's not a minty scent at all. Dewy greens, solar accord, lavender, and cedarwood. This is more of like a, they even have sheer leather listed. And there is something about this that's a little bit leathery. Not as leathery as, say, Father Christmas. I'm trying to think of like other fragrances that they've had. They had the like sunflowers and suede, and that had a really distinct suede note. It's not that heavy, but it is there in the background. It's kind of anchoring the fragrance, I would say. I like this. I like this fragrance quite a bit. The patchouli is not too much. It lends the amber and the patchouli lend some perfuminess to it. But this is definitely what I would categorize as like a masculine cologne fragrance. And I will tell you that of the 3 that I burned, this one is the strongest so far. I did burn this the other night out here in the open concept. Strength on it, I would give it about a 7.5, but the throw was very good. The projection was about an 8 out here in the open concept. Definitely filled up the kitchen, or not filled up, but like I could smell it in the kitchen. I could smell it on the opposite side of the room when I was walking in. Very, very nice fragrance. Again, this is another one that I like burning in the evening. So yeah, definitely more of like a masculine cologne fragrance. So if we're going to rank the candles, you know, let's go. Number 4 is obviously going to be Tea Time. It's just not for me. I'm moving along from that one. I'm going to say that I think I'm going to say that Blackjack is number 3 for me. I like the fragrance, but I don't think that it's a fragrance that I would purchase. Like if I were to walk into a store and sniff it, it might be one that I would be like, I don't know if I would purchase that. Tangelo Sour is going to be number 2 for me, just because again, it's like a clean citrus fragrance. It really fits the season right now. Again, it's not overly sweet citrus. It's just got it's just a more like mild citrus fragrance, again, with those watery accords. And surprisingly, you guys, my favorite fragrance from this collection is Polo, which you guys know, I don't always, I do tend to like, I would say like, I wouldn't even say like masculine fragrances, but like, I don't always want my home to smell like that, but I do like these like types of fragrances in the evening. And I find fragrances like this to just be really nice for the bedroom. Evening burns, they kind of just they're kind of like calming, I would say, especially after a day where I've been burning a lot of gourmands or fruity scents. This just kind of like changes the vibes up a little bit. And I really, really like this. So it's not boozy at all, but you guys do know that I do like a boozy fragrance. None of these are really boozy to my nose at all. So Polo is the one that I really, really enjoy. So let me know in the comment box down below if this is a collection that you are interested in. I've seen some mixed thoughts over in the Kringle group. I know a lot of people are like, where are the gourmands? Everybody wants gourmands. Hopefully we'll see more of those going into the fall and winter seasons. But for summertime, I could see why they, you know, Kringle in and of themselves is usually a more conceptual brand. We do know that. The brand is kind of known for taking some risks and doing more conceptual fragrances. And so I feel like this is actually staying true to their brand. But again, like I said, I think truthfully, if I were to like go into a store and purchase candles, I would purchase Polo just because I do like it. But the Tangelo Sour, I think I would probably roll the dice on as well. But the other two, Blackjack and Tea Time, I would probably give a pass on. Those are according to my own personal fragrance preferences. So if you have preferences like mine and you're looking for some input, those are my thoughts. So make sure you're subscribed to my channel. I will make sure to give some dedicated post-burn reviews on the 3 that I am keeping. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and send Tea Time to summer. But yeah, let me know in the comment box down below. What do you think of this collection? I'm always curious to hear your guys' thoughts. You guys are always so great about chiming in and being respectful of myself and others in the comment section. So I always like to hear what you guys have to say. So once again, these will be launching this Thursday, June 19th at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. KD15 will save you 15% off of your purchase. I did also check today. The Father's Day sale ended, which honestly wasn't much of a sale, but I did see that the summer solstice sale is going on right now. It's a buy one, get one free on the Kringle and Country medium-sized jars. So if you want to get your hands on some of those, that's a pretty good deal. So you can always combine your cart to make sure that you save money on shipping. So, all right, you guys, I'm starting to chatter too much. That means it's my time to go. I do want to say thank you so very, very much for spending your time here with me today. And until my next one, I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day. Bye.